my name is Jake Stump. I'm here with Internet Brands Automotive, and I'm here interviewing Mr. Edwards of Jaguar Land Rover SV, and we have a few questions for him in regards to future product. So, I noticed there's a new division between SV of the SVA, the SVAutobiography, SVX, and the SVR. Why the distinction now?
Well, it's always been there actually, but you know, we make special vehicles. The close in the word special. R is all about performance, X is all about capability, A is all about luxury. It's as simple as that.
Okay, and as far as this particular car, the SV Project 8, what was kind of the impetus behind this vehicle? What you mentioned off camera, but what kind of was the driving purpose behind this car, and who kind of was this built for?
I've got a team of 450 designers and engineers who work exclusively on my business. They dream all day about doing crazy cars. They came up with the idea of putting our biggest, most powerful engine into our lightest, most agile, nimble saloon car, which is a kind of crazy idea. We said to them, okay, you can do it, but only if it's a 200-mile-an-hour car, only if it delivers a record lap time at the Nürburgring. Half expecting them to say, oh, I'm not sure that can be done. But they did it because they're petrol heads. This is a car designed by enthusiasts, for enthusiasts. It's very definitely a car with I would say with a point of view. Very definitely a track-focused car, but it's road legal. And you know, they've just done a great job. Engineers are like that, working in harmony with designers. They've delivered a great product, and I'm really proud of them.
And one last question. The Jaguar I-Pace. It's a stunning car. I've seen it in person. It's a beautiful machine. And now that they've unveiled the I-Pace e-trophy race cars, is there a possibility of a Project 9 that's I-Pace based?
Well, yeah, there's definitely a possibility of a Project 9. You know, as I said, I've got a team of guys who come up with crazy ideas all the time, and yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll be I-Pace based, but who knows?
Who knows? Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
So, I have a very special guest today. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is David Larsen. I am the Jaguar Land Rover product manager for North America.
Great. And we are at the Los Angeles Auto Show, and we are surrounded by a bunch of fabulous Jaguar Land Rover products. Right now, we're sitting inside the new Range Rover SVR. You can't see it because it's behind the camera, but I'm staring down the carbon fiber hood with the hood scoop, and it's very cool indeed. And in front of us is the brand new SVX hardcore off-roader with a supercharged V8 under the hood, which is very cool indeed. All right, so we have Dave here to answer a couple questions for us, and let's just jump right into it.
Great.
Okay, so at yesterday's press conference, I'll cut to the footage of that, there was a great distinction of Jaguar Land Rover and the SV, with SVAutobiography, SVR, and now SVX. I know you can't say anything definitive, but is there potential for any more SV sub-brands like that? Is there going to be like an SVT or an SV, or is there anything in the pipeline like that?
So the only thing that we could add would be the SV collection.
Okay.
And that's an example of that is the P8 that we debuted last night, which also set the record at the Nürburgring. So
the 7:21.
It blew the record.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think it was 11 seconds.
That's one hell of a lap time.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate in that they brought the Project 8 to me in my office a couple months ago, and I was able to see it up close. It's a very beautiful
You saw it
machine.
before I did. My first time was last night.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been very lucky in that way. But
Excellent.
it's a beautiful car, and it's such a great amount of bespoke engineering into that platform. It does beg the question as to if there is a Project 9, is there any vehicle you'd be inclined to say this could be a vehicle we're looking at for Project 9?
Well, right now, we're always evaluating white space, and what we'll do is we'll look at a opportunity, business case, build it out, and you know, if it makes sense and it's aligned with the brand, yes, there will be. So right now, we haven't even launched Project 8, and you know, we don't have any plans for a Project 9 at this point in time.
And at this point, aren't almost all the Project 8s already sold? Despite that, I've heard that they've actually already sold almost all of them.
Yeah, so there's only going to be 300 produced worldwide, and it's basically on a first come first served basis. So if you know anyone that has interest, they should get to a retailer
Quickly.
as soon as possible.
Okay. My next question: Jaguar and Land Rover are making the push towards electrification, like a lot of brands. I saw the I-Type, or excuse me, the I-Pace. Excuse me, I-Type's the race car. I saw the I-Pace. I saw it in New York and Brooklyn. It was gorgeous, and even now, in all white, it's gorgeous. Are there any future plans for other electrified vehicles? Like, are we going to see an electrified XE or an XF?
So, our official statement is by 2020, every new model introduced will have some form of electrification, whether it's a plug-in hybrid, full battery electric, or a mild hybrid. There'll be some form of electrification in every model range.
Okay.
So it is in our future. I'm like to say we're on the cutting edge with the Jaguar I-Pace, because really we're one of the first luxury manufacturers to have a completely developed product from the ground up, and we're really excited to introduce that mid next year.
Yeah, and following that is the I-Pace E-Trophy race car, that new series. I mean, the cars look amazing. It's my first time seeing these cars in the flesh beyond the press release, and they are just amazing. It's cool to see Jaguar's investment in electric racing with Formula E and now the E-Trophy Racing Series. So that's why it brought me up. That's why I kind of brought that up, as well as seeing my first ever plug-in Range Rovers. I've never seen one of those in the flesh before.
Yeah. So new for model year 19 will be our plug-in hybrid.
Yep.
It features a 13 kilowatt battery, and depending on driving style, up to 31 miles on electric alone.
Now, we'll keep this short and sweet to the point and wrap this up. My last question for you is, picking favorites is really tough, but out of the entire lineup, which is your personal favorite?
My personal favorite, I have 4 kids at home, so it's going to be the XF Sport Brake, and one of the biggest reasons is because it has so much cargo capacity. I can fit the whole family, and being vertically challenged, I can actually reach the roof rack and put the skis up top. So that's mine.
That's your pick, and that is as
XF.
good looking as it is just icing on the cake.
Yes.
All right, Dave, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate
Jake, appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.